Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the tavern. All I gotta say is it's Masters Week. Let's go. Cheers, everybody. There we go. We got all three?
Oh,
you got all three. All three versions. That's perfect. We didn't even plan that.
Well, because I didn't get any of the wheat beer. So I'm drinking an IPA, so I figured I'd just do it out of the Masters Cup.
There you go. I mean, I got my collection of them from last year. Nice, Dave. There you go. I didn't get one of those last year.
It was important.
But as we said, it is Masters Week. We talked about this before. We talked about this being the greatest few weeks in sports. The NCAA Final Four, men's and women's.
Hey, I just want to apologize for anyone who was trying to watch this on Instagram tonight, by the way, because it is not coming up. So I don't know what's going on there.
Well, if it's not coming up, they can't see you on Instagram. So
or they can't hear you.
That either. So, okay, cool.
I wish I got that banner too, Greg.
I bought this off eBay. I didn't buy that there. It was like $100. And congratulations to you, Mr. Schuberts, for your NCAA.
I call foul. It was rigged.
It was rigged.
It was rigged.
He by the way, he called me tonight and wanted to find out, Greg, if you were upset that you couldn't make a trade right at the deadline to win the championship. And that
I tried to go in and do that, but it didn't work. It didn't work out.
He did ask that. Hey, here it is, Greg. There it is.
I lost. Hey, you know what? But I'm still the fantasy football champion. You can't take that away from me.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, I just want to know, Brad, when you guys played golf the other day, Brad is currently on vacation in Panama City Beach. I don't know. He's down there. They're playing golf. I just want to know, Brad.
So that's why he's there.
Brad, did you guys put sunblock on both your legs? I just need to know. The other day. That's all I'm asking.
It's wrong.
It is wrong, but I told Brad I was going to ask him that on the show tonight, and he thought it was funny. So, Brad, there's my question for that.
And that's the key. If Brad thinks it's funny, there we go. It's all PC. I was just putting up the same one. I was doing the same thing. I read the same thing from the guy who was there yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, Duff, how was that?
Yeah, Duff.
Duff, I hope you got me a pair of the Eclipse glasses. I really hope you just grabbed a whole bunch of them.
Duff, I just want to say thank you to this is I can't.
And this show started off just like any other.
That's the best response. Let's be honest. You can't beat that response.
They wouldn't give them out to anybody. People were asking. That's lame.
I saw pictures on Instagram. They had boxes of them. Like they had as many as I had in my museum yesterday. We had the total eclipse.
Right. Yeah. So,
which I will say for anyone, if you've never seen a total solar eclipse, it is glorious. Like it is magical. It is the most peaceful time you'll ever experience for 4 minutes. So that's all I got to say about that.
Nice.
Yeah. We were in the partial line here in Iowa. We were just about as close to being total as we could, and I was out working in the vineyard. I'm like, oh, it's getting a little darker now. Yep, there's.
I missed all of it as I was sitting in my office working, so I'm glad you guys got to see it.
Steve, you miss a lot, so that's par for the course.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dave.
But I will say, it was the coolest thing is watching it going as you're seeing like the 99% and it's covering. As soon as it covers it, it's like it's orange to begin with, and then all of a sudden it's this white glow out of it. You can take your glasses off and just stare at it, and it's amazing. Like, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it would have been cool to kind of be on the golf course for that, but I had to work, and luckily at my job I could be out there to see it. So
Rob, do me a favor. I hate you. That's all I'm going to say, Rob. I love you the most way possible, but that comment right there and watching it on the greatest hole in golf, my disdain for you increased right there. I'm just going to say that.
Rob, it's going to be almost as good as me watching you hit another hole-in-one at Legends next week when we're playing.
Ooh.
A week from today.
Oh, Brad firing drink shots
There you
out
go.
there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
On vacation, our official tavern drinking game champion,
Commissioner.
is still there. Commissioner, there you go.
He's there, yes.
But like we said, folks, it is Masters Week.
Yeah.
Nothing else in the golf industry matters this week. It is
Nothing
all
else in the
about Augusta.
world matters. Let's just be real. Like,
And I know I've argued this point with the two of you before because it's almost happened on the same weekend before. Like for me, opening day of baseball is still the national holiday.
Today was Red Sox home opener. Not gonna lie, we got beat 7-1 after going 7-3 on a road West Coast trip. Great. Like, it's pretty amazing. Oh, and we honored
it's the greatest
2020. We honored the 2004 Red Sox team that came back from being down 3-0 to the Yankees to win today.
We can't win every year. I'm just saying. It would be unfair.
Yeah, still, aren't you the only baseball team that's lost the 3-0 lead?
Aren't we also the only baseball team that's won, 27?
Oh,
hey, this is a golf
living
show
in
now.
the past.
So are you!
Yeah, you went there, Dave. You started this mess. So
I'm bringing us back.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
I will say, here's my difference between the Masters and baseball. It's the start of baseball season, and we got to go through 162 games, which is way too much. Whereas the Masters is a week long, and it is just about the Masters, not about like different teams versus it is that event itself. If there was one game, if opening week was the game in Iowa, it could probably be close to it.
Yeah. And here's the thing, the three of us having been there and, and going through all that, once people find out you've been there before, the first question, if they've never been, how was it?
It's funny. And I don't know if you guys have this, but if you wear any of your Master logo apparel that you've got.
What's the first question you get?
Yeah.
How was it? Literally, everybody asks you this.
No, the first question I get is,
when did you go?
Have you been there? Like, did you go? Because sometimes a lot of people have it. And it's like, no, I've never been.
Buy stuff off of eBay.
Exactly. But yeah, when did you go? How was it? Like, that's the thing. And I think when you explain it to people, I was trying to explain this to a friend who's not a golfer, understands golf and will watch it from time to time, but is not a golfer at all, and is a big baseball fan. And I said, going to Augusta is like the equivalent of a huge baseball fan, like a Red Sox fan, going to Fenway for the first time.
Correct.
It's going to this iconic place that pictures don't do it justice, and the pictures look beautiful.
Yeah,
but they don't do it
pictures
justice.
do not do Augusta justice at all. We know that.
I think the thing that we talked about this last year, and the thing that surprised I think all of us wasn't the free phones to call people. I think the thing that makes it as amazing as it is when you walk around the grounds and the job that they have done with the land that they have of hiding everything. Yeah. And they do such a great job. And I think Augusta does this better than any other golf course in the world, especially from a TV perspective, is the TV angles that they set up suck you into the hole and you become involved in the hole itself. And I remember I looked at both of you as we're walking down the hill on 6, the par 3. And I looked over at both of you and I was like, 16's right there. Like you had no clue that 16 green and then 6 green was right. And I looked, I was like, what? I'm confused as to where we are because Augusta does such a great job with TV angles and everything else with CBS that they pull you into every hole, and it's the reason people watch is because it literally just you encompass the hole itself, and you think they're all on every hole is on an island, and you don't see everything that's going on around it because it pulls you into just the hole itself because of where they put the cameras.
One that CBS is with 12. That is the only one that you really see that is on the television shot.
Well, partly because of where
the tee box for 12 and the green for 11.
12, and then the tee on 13, which is literally right behind the green. Like you see all of that in that corner. Again, amen corner. But like when you look at what they do on TV, when you look at what they do when they bring the players in on, honestly, to me, it's one of the best sports broadcasts. CBS does an amazing job from a broadcast perspective, not just because of the limited commercials, but because of the way they pull you in to the shot. Every shot. It's not every shot they feel like you could be the guy in the last place on the leaderboard and they're pulling you in to see a shot. And it's as important as, and let's just say it, what Scotty Scheffler is going to do this week. Every shot that Scotty hits is going to be televised. We're all going to see that this week.
Well,
every shot Tiger hits is going to be televised too. So,
but even what I saw from there is, like you said, it pulls you into it. It does what kind of Disney did at Walt Disney World, where they were like, you don't want to feel like anything else is around you. Like you're stuck in this magical place of where they are. For years, I thought the walk from 15 to 16 was a long walk.
Yeah.
I did not realize it's like 2 seconds. But the way it looks on TV is like you got to walk across that bridge. You got to go under this. Then you got to go over here. And it takes a minute to get there. And it's like, no, it's like 2 steps. Like, they are on top of each other.
Yes.
And the way that they, as you said, Steve, the way that they can make these camera angles and pull you into the majesty and the glory that is Augusta National, and the way that it looks on TV is storybook. It's like you're in a fantasy.
Having
the spot that's
now when you hear the roars, having been there, you realize exactly how close all those holes really are and where those roars are coming from.
It's more spread out? The par 3 course.
Yes.
Right. But you know what I think is the one spot on the golf course that surprised me is 15T.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Right behind 10 green, halfway down 11 fairway, and you're like, it's 15. And you look down and you're like, that's 15. And you're like, how does that fit in here? Like, you're just confused as to where you are because you've never been there before. You're watching it on TV, and you're like, okay, now you get there and you're standing there and you're looking down 15, and 15 is one of the most iconic holes in golf. I mean, you look at Jack's shot there. You look at all the shots that have ended up in the water. It's such a iconic hole at Augusta National. And then you look at that hole and you stand on that tee box and you look out and you're like, oh, it's behind the 10th green. And you're like, I had no clue this is where this was.
Well, and even the cabins, like Butler Cabin, like where it's located and where, like, you're like, wait, this is right here, and this is over here, and you have to walk through this area to get to the par 3 course, and it's like, it's unbelievable, and you don't even think about that. And the one thing that we experienced in the worst way possible is the elevation.
Yes, walking up 10.
So 10 is a cliff. You are hitting down a cliff on 10.
Yeah.
Like you can see why you have to hit it where you do. You can see like Bubba's shot in the playoff is even more amazing from that spot.
Correct.
Like Rory missing a shot there on I forget what year that
missing it left when he should have won the Masters that year and shot 41 in the back.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like you see where all of this stuff fits in, but like you watch it on TV and you're like, oh, it looks like a regular flat course. Believe me, it is not anything close to that.
No, and I think here's the thing about walking up 10, and I think what gave we had this conversation literally once we got up to the top of the hill and we're out of breath
after we got our oxygen tank and
medic. One of the things we talked about is the one thing that they've done there, and it's honestly of just sheer luck, I honestly believe, is when you look out off the 10th tee, all the trees in the distance are the same height.
Yeah.
So it literally ruins your depth perception as to literally on TV just how steep that slope is. I remember standing on 2 and looking at you guys and going, when did they put Mount Everest on 2. Like
Yeah.
we were standing there and we walked over because behind the shrubbery on, yes, there was a shrubbery reference. Monty Python is always a good reference on their show. Behind the shrubbery on 2, there was a food stand that we walked over and got egg salad sandwiches so we could have eggs for breakfast. And
which are also hidden everywhere that you would not know are on the course.
And here's
when
the
you're
thing,
watching
you know,
this.
we've all seen the memes every year. Like, if you have $20, what are you getting?
Everything.
True story. That those are the real prices. We have fantastic shirts from a great company that has the whole.
We do have some we do have some fun T-shirts that have the menu on the back. Yes, Spreaker Sports.
True story.
Spreaker Sports. If you're looking for the menu, they have the T-shirt menu.
$5,
but $5 for this, and then you have $1.50 for egg salad or pimento cheese, and you know I think the thing that they've done better at Augusta than they do at any other golf tournament is they make the golf course the story.
Yeah. That's what I said. You're in this fantasy world,
right?
Of like, even when you walk in there, like I was listening to someone talk, they're like, "Oh, I went to the merchandise tent today." I'm like, "You didn't go to a merchandise tent. You went to a house
building
is what you went into."
The queue line. You know what it reminded me of? The queue line for Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom.
I said Space Mountain. It reminds me of a Disney like queue line.
Right. Yes.
Like it's got stuff on the wall. It has the trophies from all of the like the women's, the drive, chip, and putt from all the amateurs that earn a spot in the Masters. They have all the trophies from all these events just aligned in to get into this, to queue up.
Yes.
Like just getting into the merchandise area. Then you get in there and you realize I'm about to go bankrupt.
Yeah.
And not because it's extraordinary.
Hey, Rob,
multiply it by 500%.
Hold on. Rob, how many pimento cheese did you have yesterday? That's just the only question that needs to be answered.
Also, how's your stomach feeling today if you ate 4 eggs?
4 egg salad, yeah, right.
I mean, I'm here. I'm looking at the spectator guide as we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Like 2, when you were talking about 2, like you don't realize just how long that hole is and the shots that they take on from their tee shot. Also, once again,
did you really go to the Masters, Rob? Did you really go to the Masters then yesterday? If you had 0 pimento cheese, did you really go to the Masters?
Steve, not everybody is like you and will eat pimento cheese.
That's true for every kind of thing that's there. I like the pulled pork. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the pulled pork was great.
And the moon pie. The moon pie was good. The moon pie was really good.
Peach ice cream.
There you go.
There's that.
It's not peachy paterno, but it is
not peachy paterno, but it was pretty good.
But that escalates really quickly. Not gonna lie, that escalates really quickly.
But here's the thing: you're not spending an arm and a leg there for any of this stuff. Like you could eat all day there and spend less than you could for a family of 4 at McDonald's.
I think the idea that I look at when you get into the grounds and you're there for the first time, and you know, we've all joked about the fact there isn't a weed in the parking lot, and there isn't, and there isn't a weed on the ground like they do. But the other thing that you really don't see, that you see at every other golf tournament, is you don't see people going around in golf carts.
No, they hide that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You also know they have tunnels underneath, right?
Walking the 18. I think we saw 2.
2. Yes.
There's a few places you will see it closer to the clubhouse. Like there are some members, they'll drive to like the par 3 in that area, but not on any of the holes. You didn't see that.
I think we saw one on
camera
2.
Crew.
There was a guy on 2, a maintenance guy on 2.
On 2, the coming down on 2, and then one going up, I think 6, because they were fixing the pine straw and everything else over on the side.
And again, we were there in a practice round. Yeah. And you're going to see that in a practice round.
But you walk in there and it's this amazing.
Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. Especially up 10. That's where I would have wanted it.
That's to be honest. But you walk in there and it's just this amazing. It's the Disney World of golf courses for adults.
It's the only way you can describe Augusta National is it's Disney World for golf. Like it's
the only golf tournament that people don't like golf or don't watch golf will turn into watch every single year.
Correct.
And the other thing that people are, the last thing I'll say is the other thing that people are doing, and the fans there, everyone's more there in awe and in homage of that course that it's not the waste management. No one's getting trash. No one's getting
No.
like you can drink a lot and stuff while you're there. They're
You
not
can put a
stopping
chair
you from
down
that.
and nobody's gonna take your spot.
Yeah, it's the most respectful golf tournament I've ever been to
Yes.
where
Correct.
like you put your chair there and it is known that hey, that's your chair. You walk away, you can go somewhere else, you come back. Even if someone's sitting there,
it's
they'll
still
be
your
like, I'm
chair.
like, that's my chair. They'll be like, all right, I'm getting up. There you go. Like,
Yep.
Because I think the fear of losing the privilege of going back to Augusta for life strikes more fear into anybody than
because it's such an experience. Like, it's not just because it's Augusta, it's because they make the experience worth it.
Correct. And nobody on their phones.
Yep.
But there are
Enjoy the
payphone.
course.
There are free phone banks that you can call your friends. And just wait, because tomorrow we're going to put a post up tomorrow morning on our social media pages that literally was a screenshot of me calling a friend of ours.
So you know what I wanted to do tonight? And I want, it's not tonight, but I kind of want to do it tomorrow, is I wanted to call that number and see if it went to the phone we called from and if someone picks it up.
Could we record that?
Like, how funny would that be if we call the phone at Augusta and they're like, hi, hey, are you at Augusta? It's just
I could go live. We could go.
This is the Golfing Dads Tavern podcast. You're live on the air.
You're live. Like, we could do that on, like, we could literally pull our iPads up and do that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
You probably could, but I mean, you'd have to do it like during the day. It's tomorrow during a practice round, so you don't do it on Thursday through Sunday. I'm just saying.
No.
All right, so before we get into this deep dive on this year's Masters, I do want to point out one thing for everybody that's out there watching. If you haven't seen our social media pages on Facebook and Instagram, we have a really amazing giveaway going on right now. And you need to go and enter, tag 3 friends. You don't even have to pick the winner of the Masters. All you have to do is tag 3 friends. You get an extra entry for sharing it, but you've got a chance to win a really cool themed Masters themed Wedge FX wedge, a Lombardi putter, a American Fit.
Not that wedge, though.
Not this wedge.
Not that wedge.
If you haven't seen any of the work that Lee at Wedge FX does, welcome to the show. Go check out Wedge FX and any of our products. But this was last year's wedge that Lee did. Just amazing craftsmanship on it. It's a work of art. I've hit mine once and it hangs on my wall. Shameless plug, Lee.
A really cool prize pack from American Fit, some Squares golf shoes, Bridgestone Mindset golf balls, and we have an announcement coming up later in the show about Bridgestone and their Mindset golf balls, plus the green Groove It brush, some Desert Fox swag,
Clinch
Golf, and Evolve Golf. So a really cool prize pack. Guests that we've had on the show, products that we use and wear. And so, yeah, go ahead and check that out because it's a pretty cool prize pack. Not going to lie.
Thank you to everyone who's joined in on that.
And
do it now.
Do it now. You go now. And by the way,
don't do it now. Keep watching the show. Do it after the show.
Contest does not end Thursday at the start of the Masters. The contest will run until our show a week from tonight, and we will announce the winner on our show a week from tonight. Tag 3 friends. Have
cut off midnight Monday night going into Tuesday.
Speaking of our contests, I will give the shout out now to Bradley. Congratulations. I did not have time to make you a video intro for this, but congratulations.
Do you have another video that you could use, though?
I could use my video of me winning.
I think it works.
I won't do that to Bradley because he lost in that one. So,
hey, Rob, screw you.
Hey, I won the other week.
I won back-to-back weeks, actually.
But yeah, congrats to Brad. We're gonna get you some pretty sweet American Fit stuff coming your way.
Yeah. Hey, Brad, do me a favor. Since I would tell you to DM me, just text me. I need your address and your shirt/quarter zip size. That's all I need.
Get some fun stuff from American Fit, and thank you to American Fit.
Yes.
For sponsoring that giveaway.
Not only sponsoring that giveaway, but providing us with some sweet apparel. And
we may have some unboxings coming up this week.
And Bradley, I will tell you, you will love this the feel of this apparel, and it is fantastic for the golf course.
Yes. So All right, so
JT,
let's
what are
deep
you
dive.
wearing?
Let's deep dive into.
I want deep
yeah.
dive into JT's shirt that he's wearing right now.
Is it the hoodie he had on playing with Tiger today?
No.
I missed that. I saw the hoodie he had on. I thought the hoodie was nice.
No.
I mean, nothing beats Hovland's Hawaiian shirt that he wore last year for the first round. So
This is an azalea type shirt almost.
I like it. Not
Alright,
gonna
well,
lie, bold strategy, and I like it.
let's dive into this year's Masters.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what's going to be there. And I mean, we all know what the elephant in the room is.
Live golf.
Live versus the PGA.
I was trying to think of something that would be the elephant in the room besides that, and I couldn't come up with anything.
You can't. And here's the thing. I will say, we talked about this last year. We've talked about this for the few prior years. At Augusta, it has been very respectful. It has been them kind of
Correct.
coming together as friends and playing in this event, and a very fun event to watch. And
Yes.
I love that, like, Jim Nantz and CBS, they don't really call it out. Jim Nantz has made some funny remarks that have been like kind of backhanded, that have been fantastic, but he doesn't blatantly call it out. He doesn't make it an issue. He doesn't make it a thing. He calls the Masters for the Masters.
Where's this picture, Rob? I need a picture of this. Watching Tiger try to putt with Will's with Will's lab putter, because I feel like, yeah.
So, but with that, like, this is still going to be a thing. And with all the comments that have come out from Rory and the Live players kind of agreeing with Rory and almost agreeing with us that these two things should not be competing with each other.
They shouldn't be
They're
two
just
things
hurting each
anymore. They
other.
should be one thing.
Yeah, we should be back to what we are. And you can be two things, but different times of the year, folks.
Yeah.
Like, don't compete with each other. So, and the Masters champion, this is even the bigger part, was on the PGA when he won and is now on Live.
Well, and he had some comments talking about the reception that he felt Live players were going to get. And I'm intrigued to see, and we'll never hear the story about it, but Nick Faldo has been very open and anti-Live. And I really want to know what's going to happen at the Champions Dinner tonight. I don't think it will never get said, but I really feel like Faldo would be the one to be like, you screwed up. You shouldn't have gone.
Here's the thing, whether they say it or not, they know it. I think that they're starting to realize, like, hey, you went for the money. Don't deny what you went for. You went for the money. And I will say, like, Rahm, Harold Varner, those players all said they went for the money. Some other players went and we're saying it was because this.
Oh, we're growing the game. You
all went for the money. It's fine.
Right.
So, you know what? Let's get past this. You know what? The past is in the past. Let's move forward as a sport and be better for everybody.
Correct.
Like, let's grow up. Let's understand that we all make mistakes, and that if we can make this game better, and we can make this better for the fans, for the people, for the players, for the sponsors, it's going to be better for everybody, and not this petty pissing contest that's out there.
Correct.
Because that's what it was.
Yeah. It's
and
just
don't bring that up
still,
at Augusta.
No.
You can't.
There's some great guys on the Live Golf Tour that are coming back for this event. But it's always been a respectful coming back. They're champions.
There was
100%.
a funny article that got posted on social media, and I clicked on it. It was clickbait, and it was 13 Live players withdraw. 13 Live golfers withdraw from playing in this year's Masters. And so I clicked on it, and I was like, did I miss something? And it was literally 13 guys that were there last year that didn't qualify and didn't get back in this year. And I was like, what clickbait that was.
Yeah.
I think Hayden just got popped up a really good question there. If you can pop that up on the screen. He's a Masters champion. End of story. You're at Augusta National. You're a Masters champion.
Yeah, that's what it should be. You should be a Masters champion. Like, Phil Mickelson is a Masters champion. Like, I'll say that on here. Like, if you won the Masters, you are a Masters champion. You have a green jacket for a reason. because
Correct.
Justin Johnson.
as this comes up every year, and I love when people ask this.
Sorry,
what would
I had to do it.
What would a 15 handicap shoot at Augusta in these conditions? And everyone's like,
No,
they wouldn't break a hundred.
Let's
my
ask the
point-
question. Let's ask the question on the podcast. I'm going to ask the question, Greg. You brought it up.
Okay.
What would Dave shoot at Augusta National?
120
For-
on the
Are we
front
playing?
nine.
Is he playing from the pro tees?
Playing
am I
from the
playing
Master Tees. Playing from the
From
Master Tees.
From the Master Tees or the member tees?
The Master Tees, not
You're
the
playing. You were
not
actually
the tees they
playing
use
for
in the women's
Masters.
amateur, not the women's amateur tees. You are playing in the Masters from the Masters tees. What would Dave shoot? This is a great question. What would Dave shoot at Augusta National in tournament conditions?
120 on the front nine.
I was about to say. Here's the thing. I think that someone could have a good hole. I think there's gonna be a blow up hole, then another blow up hole. A lot of swear words. But
I'm trying to
just from
picture.
us.
You know what I'm trying to? Here's what I'm trying to picture. And having been there, and the things that surprise us, like you walk into one in the slope on one where you walk down the hill and back up the hill that you never see on TV. I'm trying to think that if Dave hit it in the fairway bunker, and I don't know that he could get to the fairway bunker off the tee on the right. I'm 50-50 on that. Could he get out of the fairway bunker?
Yes, eventually. But I think here's my actual better question is what's the over under that Dave reaches the green on one in 4 strokes? Like his
I'll take the over.
shot reaches the green.
I'm gonna take the over.
Dave, what do you think? To reach the green on one,
4 shots.
could you get to the green on one in 4 shots?
Hold
Just
on.
to the green.
Let me hold on.
Yes.
I'm gonna look.
Okay.
Hold on. About the course.
Yes, I could get to the green on one in 4 shots. You don't say what clubs I have to hit to get there, but I could get to
I
the
don't
green
care
on
what you
one in
hit.
4 shots.
I don't care what you hit.
I'll take 7
I
iron
don't
all
care
the
what
way
you
down
hit.
to get to the green on one in 4 shots.
Trying to see if I have.
I'm just. I'm trying to get. So the opening hole is Holly. 445 yards. Yeah, 445 yards. I don't know that he can get to the
Olive, by the way.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I saw Holly further down. Never mind. T Olive. I don't know that Dave can get to the bunker on one.
Yeah, Dave, I would probably have you at your 5th or 6th shot would be on the green. And then putting, who knows?
Maybe 5th because I missed the 4th, but 5 wood off the tee, 7 iron wedge.
Hold on. It's a 444-yard hole. And you're hitting.
You didn't say how close I needed to get.
I would say, why are you choosing 5 wood off the tee?
Because I'm confident. I'm more confident with my 5 wood than I am my driver. You've seen me.
Okay, all right, that's a good answer.
Dave, how far does your 5 wood go?
200,
220. Okay.
So you're hitting it twice, and you're still not
5
there.
5 wood, 7 iron, 7 iron.
How far does your 7 iron go?
165, 160.
Also, you have to remember he's playing yardages, but he has to also hit these straight too.
Yeah,
right.
So this is it. If he hits every shot perfect, he could get there in 4.
I'm gonna post this up here, and I'm not gonna put the next comment that came up, but I'm definitely gonna say it definitely was the caddy's fault.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Dave and I have played Bay Hill. Steve has played Bay Hill. Dave and I have played it together. I haven't played it with Steve, but like Bay Hill is doable. You can play Bay Hill. And Dave and I have played Bay Hill in tournament conditions.
Yes.
Like, and it's a beast. Like, let's not get you wrong. But it's not Augusta.
It's not Augusta.
No.
So, I mean, with that,
I give myself a 50-50 shot on number 1.
So I'd give you a 50.
My bigger question is what's he do on 5?
put the snowman on the cart and walk to the next hole.
I mean, that's pretty fair assessment of that hole.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a pretty fair
495.
assessment. It's 495 and torture and a par
Yeah.
4.
Put it this way: there are on the average courses that we will all play, 495 is a par 5 on some.
Is a
of
par
them.
5.
Correct.
And this is a par
Correct.
4.
Yeah.
Here's the better question, Greg. I'm going to ask you this question. Dave, you can rebuttal the question. Would Dave fall and roll down the hill on 2?
No.
Well, no,
No,
I'm
because
gonna
my
say
Squares
yes.
golf shoes give me great balance.
Dave, I'm going to say yes, and here's the reason I'm going to say yes. You would do it for fun, and just roll down like a hill like a kid. That's why I'm going to say. I'm not going to say you're going to fall. I'm going to say you're going to lay down and roll down the hill for fun. Because I'm not going to lie, I might join you in it because that is just a
right.
If it wasn't in Augusta, Georgia, I would want to sled down that hill. That's how steep.
Correct. Correct. Like, it's stupid.
Give me a piece of cardboard like the Little League World Series and let me go down the hill.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Like, yeah, that's what was it? What's the par 3 on the front
6.
side?
6.
6. Where it's just wink.
Where you have the
Straight
like
down.
we watched Phil play there last year, and we walked down and you could see where they put the stands, like right up against the hill, and it's just like, again, TV camera angles do not do that justice.
No.
So I want to address a comment here really quickly from Mike, and it says, question: could he carry enough balls to finish 18? The funny part about Augusta is you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose a lot of golf balls out there.
No.
Like the you get to, like, on the front, nothing. Like, you can hit it left on 2. Dave doesn't hit it left usually. You're not going to lose a lot on the
have
front.
4 holes that water is really in play on, where you lose it.
My luck, I
11.
would skip it across one of the holes.
You have
one of the water holes
16.
too.
So 15, 16, 13,
11.
12, 11 would be from the tee box.
No, 11 greenside. That water from the greenside.
Oh, sorry, 11. Sorry, I'm thinking 13 from the tee box, but that's 2.
But
Here's what I love
even
about
13 though, like, unless Race Creek is roaring, you can probably scoop it out.
That's true.
You can scoop it out of
And
Race Creek.
That's true.
Here's what I love about this conversation here is it's always about what's Dave gonna shoot. What's this average guy here to, like, you two have been scratch golfers. You know, Steve,
I'm not gonna lie, Dave. I don't think I'm gonna shoot that well.
Yeah, but it's always just like, what's Dave gonna shoot?
I'm gonna take this, and I'll say this: under tournament conditions, I bet I could break 9. I'd say 85, 86 for me.
No, I've carried your bag during a
Oh
qualifier.
my, Dave. We pick on you, but I'm going to pick on Steve right here. There is no chance in hell you break 100.
Oh, wow.
Steve,
I'll
that's
take the under on that.
Steve, that's one of those memes. That's one of those.
What are we putting money on that?
I would put
money on that?
I would put $1 million on.
We're never going to be able to see this happen. Let's be honest.
$1 million of my wife's money.
But I'm being honest, Steve. Like,
that's the
be
best
honest
comment ever,
with you.
Dave.
Yeah, that was the best comment ever. But I'm being honest. Like, Steve, you're a great golfer. Like, and you are. But it's the tournament, and this is in tournament conditions. I say if we played Augusta just as with a member, something like that, 100%. I think you could break 90. I think you could easily shoot in the 80s. But in tournament conditions, I don't think you're breaking 100.
You would get it in your head that I'm at Augusta. I need to do this well. I need to do that. I need to do that.
Here's the thing.
And you're going to bury a 7-iron in the side of a hill somewhere that somebody's
and then tell your ass to pick it up, because that's what I did the last time. No, I also think mentally, from the fact of when I tried to play, and you know, it's funny. I had this conversation this past weekend with somebody. I was playing in the Macmillan Mortgage Classic on the WAGC tour. Shameless plug. Sorry, Bradley. And they said, I didn't realize that good players could play that fast. And I've changed the way that I play golf. And I just laugh about it now. Like, I don't get upset anymore. I don't. Like, you guys have played with me.
Point of parliamentary procedure.
Oh boy. Knew this comment was coming. There we go. Just put it up there. Okay, thanks, Brad.
I've seen you get mad when you ran a golf cart over a curb.
I don't get mad anymore. I don't. Like,
since when?
I made an 8 from 45 yards this past weekend. I will admit that. And I laughed about it because I hit 3 shots out of a pond.
Can we get that recording and send that to your wife and see what happens?
My wife knows. Because she used to yell at me for playing so seriously, including when you caddied for me.
So let me get this straight. You played in an event this weekend that was called a phony Masters, and you shot an 8, and you think you can break 100 at Augusta at the actual Masters.
If I was going to play Augusta, I would definitely practice way ahead of time, and I have no practice.
That's not on the card here. Practice. This is like if you play tomorrow.
Practice?
We're talking about practice.
Practice? Talking about practice? Like, no, we didn't say you get a warm up.
All right, topics. Let's get to the players, which is where we're.
All right, we're talking about. No. Let's talk. It's Tuesday, so
that's what I was going to get into. I was going to do the same thing. Yeah. We're talking
a year
about
ago
what we would do.
Yep. So a year ago, we had a show from Wedge FX's garage. We talked about what our Masters Champions Dinner menu would be. So if you want to look, go back to YouTube and Facebook, and you can check that out. It's a really cool show. I'm going to ask you this question. If you had, I don't want to know your Masters menu, but what's the one item on your menu if you had to pick the Champions Dinner? What's the one item that has to be on your Masters Champions Dinner menu?
I'm going first because I don't want Dave to steal mine.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I have the more right to this answer because I went to this university.
Yeah, you do.
But
that's not my pick.
Okay, good. Then good. That's not your pick, but I'm still going to go because I thought you might steal it there.
No, that's all you.
We are in Georgia, and they are the Peach States. And I went to Penn State, and I have to go with Peachy Paterno because at my wedding reception, at the rehearsal dinner, we had that there, and they served it at that club for months after, and it has been a staple that people have loved there. So I am saying Peachy Paterno ice cream is the one thing on any time I get to create a menu needs to be on that menu.
Fair. Dave, what do you got?
Well, I can either go into my East Coast roots or my Midwest right now.
Combine them. Make one thing.
Authentic Philly cheesesteak.
I love it. I love it.
Are you getting Hey, Dave, I'm going to ask this question because I've been to Philly with you.
Yes.
Are you getting Pat to come in and make them?
Yes.
Okay, then
wait, hold on. Question. Parliamentary procedure. Dave, you said Pat, but I know for a fact
I have Tony Luke's in my fridge.
What is your favorite Philly cheesesteak place in Philadelphia?
Tony Luke's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is not Pat's.
No.
So I knew that.
Tony Luke's is my favorite place, but Steve Brown, because I took Steve to Pat's. So,
but I know your favorite, and you got to go with Tony Luke's if you're going.
I go with Tony Luke's hands down because I got some in my freezer right now. Tony Luke's cheesesteaks with whiz or provolone because that's what my wife likes.
I agree with Whit on that one. I'm a provolone guy.
No, I'm a whiz guy.
On the side, deep fried cheese curds.
Ooh, we did say one item, so we'll give you the cheesesteak, but the cheese curds.
And it has to be on an Amoruso roll. They have to import those rolls too.
So the cheesesteak place here, Phillyopolis. They have the cheesesteaks here. A Penn State alumni in Indianapolis by Butler University makes Philly cheesesteaks and has the rolls delivered in.
I'm gonna go with, and this is tough for me because, and tell me if hold on, Dave's on the phone. I'm just gonna remove him from the studio right now while he's on the phone, because I can't watch him on the phone. I'm gonna go with a couple options here. And I'm going.
No. One. You said what's the one thing?
Here's my entree.
Go with one, and then you can talk about other stuff. What's the one
entree.
thing?
Surf and turf entree. We're going ribeye lobster tail.
Okay, I'll take that. That's one thing.
Yes. I'll go ribeye lobster tail.
What cut of ribeye?
I don't think he knows that answer, Dave.
I'm going with the ribeye. It's a Texas cut. It's a cowboy cut ribeye. I'm going cowboy cut ribeye out of Texas from the YO
Gotta
Ranch.
go cowboy. You gotta go cowboy.
You gotta do cowboy.
Cowboy cut bone in.
Cowboy or tomahawk.
Cowboy cut bone in ribeye from the YO Ranch, which is my favorite steakhouse in Dallas, Texas, and Maine lobster tail. Surf and turf. We're going surf and turf.
Oh.
I like the cheese.
Sorry, Steve. I think Greg and I win this one.
Now, I'm also 50-50 on adding clam chowder in because the masshole in me wants to add clam chowder in.
So, to be honest, clam chowder is one of my favorite things. Like, that would be something I would want on mine as well. I mean, I think I wouldn't do like a pizza or something like that because, like, even if I got it from New York, like got a great like pizza from somewhere, I don't think that says like Champions Dinner.
No.
I like the Philly cheesesteak idea because I think that's unique. That is only there. Like, there's no debate about that anywhere else. Like, it's a Philly cheesesteak. The surf and turf, that's fantastic. I think that's a great one, and I like the cowboy. I like it over the tomahawk because the tomahawk, I just think most people would look at that and be like, "That's just too much." Can't eat.
Right? Like, I feel like
that.
the tomahawk is like you're out to dinner with your wife, and you're like, "Let's order a tomahawk and split it," because I feel like that's where the tomahawk goes. It's like it needs to be split because there's so much steak there.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, you're not going to eat that in one sitting. So yeah, Dave, I know we have attempted.
Yeah.
Now, Kobe with the yum yum sauce is not a bad idea. Not gonna lie, Hayden.
So here's the thing: if I'm gonna I'm gonna need the table there, and they're gonna have hibachi in front of me to be cooking that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, and I doubt they're gonna roll that into Augusta.
Hayden, you're showing off your Southern here, and the other option that I thought about was char-grilled oysters from New Orleans. From Acme Oyster House was another thought that I had that needed to be on there.
But yeah, John Rahm brought in Jose Andres to cook the whole meal, I believe, for tonight.
It's not the only time Jose Andres has been brought in.
Yeah.
Sergio brought him in for his Champions Dinner.
Yep.
So going to be a good meal.
Yes. Changes to Augusta National this year. Only one, 10 yards added on number 2. Does it make a difference?
If I was
13 make a difference?
Yes.
But did it really?
Did
it make the difference you expected? Did it make the difference you expected? Because it didn't for me.
I honestly think so. Here's where I think it will make a bigger difference. And it happens every once in a while, just like we had the West Coast swing that was a washout on the West Coast swing. Every once in a while, you get that cold year at Augusta where it's just you see everybody walking around in Masters quarter zips because they didn't think it was going to be cold, and then they walked in and had to buy a quarter zip in the pro shop in the clubhouse. I think 13 will make a difference on the cool years, especially where the ball doesn't travel as far.
I do think with the weather factor, yes, I agree with you on 13 with that one.
Now, here's the thing with Augusta, though. With their sub-air system, with the rain, they can pull water out of that golf course relatively easily.
So here's our weather forecast for Augusta. Thursday, low of 54, high of 78 with a 97% chance of rain all day Thursday. No rain in the forecast Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Low of 49, high of 73, low of 54, high of 79, and on Sunday, low of 60, high of 85.
Dave, I'm going to have you bring that back up when we get to another topic in a few minutes here, because I think that's going to be a factor, especially for Thursday.
Yeah. I think for Thursday, but here's the thing. I think Sunday that just the temperatures for that on Sunday.
No, but for a specific reason on Thursday.
In the morning, and that's a whole different course.
Yes, but I'm saying for a specific reason and person on Thursday.
Right, I got you.
Right. Which is the next topic I have. Yes,
it is. So number 2, they're adding how many yards to number 2?
10.
So that brings it to 585 yards.
Right.
That 10 yards on downhill. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference.
I think here's the trick that hole then presents. You add 10 yards to that hole, any miss hit tee shot, or if you're offline, is going to make you have to lay up.
Yes.
You're not
Which
seeing
I think is,
you're not seeing an albatross again with an extra 10 yards.
No,
Well,
I still think you could see one.
you can, but here's the thing. You have to go at the bunker now. That puts that bunker really into play off the tee box.
Correct. Yes.
So
Because you have to stay right now.
exactly. And that bunker's on the right. So it's like you have to either carry it or be short of it to have any shot to go for it.
Yeah.
Because if you are left, you're going to be blocked out at that point. You're not going to be able to wrap that around unless you get an amazing roll. So if it's dry, maybe you have a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Tiger has a chance to set the record this week for the most consecutive cuts made at Augusta National.
He also has a chance to set the record at 83 wins. I'm just pointing that out too. That's always out there.
He does.
Field.
He does. Correct.
And I want to make it happen, so I'm not picking him this week.
Yes, please.
I'm not picking.
Dave, going back to the weather, Tiger is late early.
Yes.
What's the weather Thursday morning versus Thursday afternoon?
Ooh.
Our meteorologist.
Hayden. Wow.
Hayden's probably also a LeBron James fan. I'm just saying.
No, I know who he roots for because he played high school golf actually with a tour player.
No, I'm saying LeBron James over Michael Jordan based on that comment.
No, he doesn't.
Thursday during the day, thunderstorms in the morning, followed by occasional showers in the afternoon. Potential for severe thunderstorms. High of 78 winds south at 15 to 25 miles an hour.
And he's early Thursday.
No, he's late. He's 1:30.
He's late.
Oh, he's late early.
He's late early.
It's gonna pour in the morning, and then occasional showers throughout the afternoon. Then when you get into the night,
here's the problem with that.
Give way to generally cooler condition overnight.
Tiger may not hit a golf ball on Thursday.
No, he may not.
I was thinking the same thing.
The bigger problem that I have with this is that can Tiger go finish, go back out, and play more than 18 holes in a day?
Here's the problem with Friday. Even though it's going to be sunny, winds are 15 to 25 miles an hour out of the west.
They're going to be lucky to get the morning wave completed on Thursday.
That's going to be the problem. And with that being said, Tiger's going to have to play 36 on Friday. Tiger playing 36 at Augusta is literally, and I have walked both of these courses. It's like playing Bethpage, which is that much elevation as well. And you know the struggles that he's had at both of them when having to walk that much elevation change. That does a lot for you. That's going to be tough.
Rob, I'm going to get to a comment. I'm going to get to this comment in a little bit. I want to ask a question of these guys, and this will get brought up, I'm sure. Right. And Hayden, you understand this. You've been to Augusta, so you understand. We've been there.
Okay.
The walking at Augusta, Rob's been there.
Most currently been there. I'm just saying he's got the most knowledge of what the course is like currently.
Right. But like Tiger walking. So, okay. So does Tiger make the cut? Understanding the cut is what, 50 in ties or 10 shots? There's 89 players.
It's 10 shots within the lead.
10 shots
depends
and 50
on
in ties.
where else, yeah.
Tiger specials right now.
What's Tiger to make the cut?
Tiger to break the course record is 150 to 1.
Yeah, that's
not surprising.
That's not going to happen.
Tiger to make the cut.
They do not have Tiger to make the cut right now.
They don't
Yep.
Right now for Tiger, because I know we're not going to pick him. He is 140 to 1 to win. he is 9-1 to finish in the top 10. Top 40, he is minus 115 to even.
You don't want to go there, Hayden.
Finish top 40.
Top 40, he's what?
He's basically minus 1 to get top 40.
Okay. So
the odds right now have Tiger making the cut and putting him in the top 40.
So
are the best odds on Tiger.
I'm going to go to Rob's comment. In 2019, I actually thought Tiger could have done what he did. I thought he was in a better position at that time.
Right.
He didn't go through a lot of this other stuff that he's gone through, like the newest car wreck, the trouble with his leg, and this much walking on there. There was the possibility. So first of all, I'm not even going to address Hayden on that one because Madonna is a national treasure. So we're not even going to go there.
Rob, I will agree with you on this comment 100%.
Even after what Mickelson did last year.
Nope. I'd take Phil to finish ahead of Tiger.
I honestly agree with that. I feel if we're choosing that, I'm choosing Mickelson over Tiger. Based on what I've seen lately. So, but I think Tiger could do it? Yes, because the difference with Tiger, I think he could do it at any time, is Tiger's like Michael Jordan. Tiger's like one of those players that he has that will to win, and he will put in every effort he can to make that happen. So like when he doesn't play, you can tell it weighs on him. I think he's also getting to that realization that he might not be able to play as well as he used to, but he still has that mental mentality. He knows this course. So I think there is a chance he could make the cut. I think there is a chance he could win. I don't think it is a 0% chance for any of those. I think Tiger does have a chance.
I mean, Jack won in 86 when nobody gave him a chance.
Exactly. That chance is still fading, right. But I still think Tiger, because of Tiger and his mentality and the way he was built.
And here's the other argument for that. Freddie contended for how long? Jack contended for how long? Well into their 60s, and they finished on the leaderboard. So past champions at Augusta have always had a lot of success there. I don't know what it is about the champions locker room that these guys have a conversation in there and talk about this stuff, but past champions at Augusta have always contended well at Augusta National.
It's the water.
That was the most Dave comment ever. Thank you, Dave, for that.
Well, here's the thing.
No, I think that when you look at the past champions at Augusta, and again, Phil finishing second last year didn't impress me as much as it impressed a lot of the live proponents because again, you had Freddie at 65 contending and finishing on the leaderboard. You had Jack finishing on the leaderboard. You see past champions play well every year at Augusta. I don't really get impressed by that at Augusta. Of all tournaments, it doesn't happen that way.
Well, the reason is that that's this way. It's the only one of the four majors that is played on the same course every single year, so they know what the setup is. And when I say setup, I mean like the way they keep the rough, the way they keep the fairways, the way the greens are. The greens are the same. If you play in a U.S. Open at Brookline versus Bethpage, you're going to have trouble going back to back or playing because you go
to Shinnecock and you go or you go to Olympic or Riviera or any of those courses.
You're playing a different course.
Pinehurst,
if I'm playing the same course every single day, I'm going to be better at it because I know the contours of the green. I know how it rolls. I know all of this stuff. That's why past champions can lean on that experience. That's why they do so well. And that's what I love about this tournament. I don't want every other tournament to be like this, but this is what makes Augusta special, is that you can rely on that. That's why I will never put Tiger out of the Masters. I would be more surprised if Tiger won a U.S. Open before he wins another Masters, because that's just a different beast in itself every year, in and year out. Whereas Augusta is the same beast. Yeah, you might add a few yards here or there.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for that,
Rob.
But Rob, you have a hole.
You got a hole in one on that course, so my point is made. Rob, you play the same course all the time, and you got a hole in one on it. So the practice paid off. So congratulations on that. But that's my point. Is when you're playing something over and over
No,
again,
you
you
don't
know
need to
that
reach the
course.
turtle.
I'm not saying you're going to be perfect at it, but you can rely on that. And to our point about like Steve playing that course and Dave playing that course, and even me playing that course, our mental game is not prepared to play that course because
Right.
we would be in such awe of it. We would be like, "What I got to hit the perfect shot here. I got to do this," and we'd be overthinking that. Where they've already done that, they've proven it, they've won it. That's why they can rely on that to win again, and that's why I will never leave Tiger out at Augusta. I think he always has a chance. The problem, I think, this year will be the weather will be the biggest factor.
Yeah.
Correct. That's a fair statement.
When I'm done.
With this.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to I think we need to move on to Smack of the Week. Hear me out on this. Smack of the
I
Week,
do.
Last Call, and then Odds with Dave.
I think should we talk about the smack of the week because it's going to look a little bit different.
Give me a second. I'll be right back. Talk about do me a favor. Talk about Tiger versus Scotty. Which one you think? I'll be right back.
A peanut, either a peanut or a nut. So Tiger versus Scotty is not fair, but if we're
No, it's
comparing
not.
but I think where he's going with this is comparing where they are in their careers. Like when Tiger was at the stage where Scotty's at.
I don't think even peak Scotty is not going to get a toe in the water of peak Tiger.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Dave. And this is how I kind of would compare this. Is Tiger Woods Michael Jordan and I'm not going to say LeBron James, is Scotty Kobe Bryant? Because I think Kobe.
I think that would be a better comparison, yes, because we're talking Tiger was coming out of, we'll call it Jack's era of, the wood clubs, and Jack played with some good technology, but Tiger brought technology in golf into a whole new world, and these guys that are playing now are reaping some of those benefits. So yeah, if we're done talking basketball, Tiger is Michael Jordan, and Scotty can be Kobe. He is very good in his own right, and he is a GOAT for his era right now. Yeah. Scotty is a brand new era of golf. We're out of we'll always be in Tiger's era. There's always going to be a Tiger era of golf, but I feel we're out of the prime Tiger era.
Oh, 100%. And I think that the reason I made this analogy was like Scotty talks to Tiger, gets advice from Tiger. Like, there's that video out there of like, you don't take a divot, and like Tiger's messing with him about like when I'm striping it, that's just how I hit him.
Yeah,
like that's what Jordan did kind of for Kobe. He knew where the torch was being passed to.
Yeah,
and it's these young players have come up under that mentorship of Tiger. And they're not doing the same thing. Scotty's the closest of anybody that's ever been to it. And that's what I think
anybody
Kobe
that's
is
ever been playing right now, you thought it could have been Rory, didn't happen. Scotty's going to be, if he can stay hot like this, you're never going to see a number one streak like what you had with Tiger. It's just not going to happen.
I'd love it to happen again, but
I'm
not going to happen.
Point out a fact that was on the Golf Channel tonight.
Welcome back to the conversation, Steve.
Yeah,
correct. And I've been listening the whole time. I want to point out a fact that was on the Golf Channel. This was sent to me by the Orlando golfer. Texted me this. I'm going to compare 2001 Tiger to 2024 Scotty Scheffler. Arnold Palmer, Bay Hill Invitational. Tiger won in 2001 at 15 under. What'd Scotty win at this year? You don't have to look. It's 15 under.
That's it. I was going to guess 15 under, or you're going to say like.
But here's the thing. Tiger brought, and like we were saying, Tiger brought in a whole new era of everything. Here comes the next comparison. The players. In 2001, Tiger won his first Players Championship after a 6-shot, 36-hole deficit. Guess who else had a 6-shot deficit after 36 holes at the Players Championship this year?
Brian Harmon.
Wyndham Clark.
Brian Harmon. Yeah, exactly.
Those
So
are
Scotty
two that
Scheffler.
got second and third. Like it's
In
not wrong.
2001, Tiger won his second Masters. Now, we're going to go into odds with Dave where we're going to do a duck race, and it's literally a duck race to pick Scotty. Let's be real. Like, that's what it is.
I don't know. If I win the duck race, I may not pick Scotty.
Shut the hell up. Really? Don't be that stupid.
I may pick John Rahm.
And then Greg and I will sit here and laugh at you because that's what's going to happen.
I may take Tony Finau.
I would take Sahith Theegala well over Tony Finau to win. But I'm not picking either of them.
Yes,
but I think that's where
it's a duck race to pick Scotty.
It's a duck race to pick Scotty.
Yeah.
So I think that we need to
Brad,
have that conversation.
Right. I can still pick Rory or Ricky because I haven't done that this year yet.
That's true. And not gonna lie, one of those guys is on my radar, but I still don't think I'm picking him. But yeah, no. So I think that and speaking of Tiger, Greg, I'm gonna segue right now into what is coming up for Smack of the Week. Greg?
That's a good segue.
Let's roll. You think we should roll the Smack of the Week intro and then talk about it and then show Smack of the Week? Or you think we should talk about it and then roll the Smack of the Week intro?
Let's talk about the pairing, then roll into Smack of the Week. Is that what you were going with?
There's that. Michael, stop.
Right.
Wow.
Michael, stop.
Hey.
Michael, stop. Just stay over in your lane. Stay in your lane, Michael. So
no,
Tiger
has absent himself from sex this week, so
he has.
That's why he's got a chance.
I still think that was an April Fool's joke, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
He's focusing solely on golf.
Tiger is a Team Bridgestone guy, as we all know. Masters in our picture. And he's paired this week with another Team Bridgestone guy who has kind of followed Tiger along in Jason Day and has a ton of respect for Jason Day. So they're paired together in the first two rounds. And Dave, show it, because I know that's what you're doing right now.
Who else is a Team Bridgestone guy?
And
Steve, are you a Team Bridgestone guy?
Yes.
Dave, are you a Team Bridgestone guy?
So,
are we Team Bridgestone mindset guys?
We are Team Bridgestone mindset guys.
We are. So let's roll Smack of the Week intro, Greg, and then we'll talk about that.
It's the Bridgestone Golf Mindset Smack of the Week.
Yes, it is. So we would like to welcome Bridgestone to the tavern. Thank you, Bridgestone Golf. Super excited to have you as a partner with the show.
Yes.
And super excited to play the Mindset Golf Ball. I know I'm going to be playing the Tour BX. That's what it looks like right there, black box.
Ironically, that's what I'm holding right now.
Wow, look at that. That's my ball right there.
So I will say we had them on the show at the PGA Merchandise Show, and it was a great segment.
We're working on something coming soon with them again to bring them onto the show again. So that is coming. But we are big fans of Mindset. You guys have heard us talk about Mindset on the show. And as we talk about it, we'd like to welcome them on board as our golf ball partner. And really excited to have this because it's really, for us, having a product that we believe in, having something in our bag that we know we can trust and makes us a better golfer. This Mindset technology that Bridgestone has added to the golf ball, I'm going to say is second to none in the golf industry.
It is a game changer in the sense of it makes you actually work on your mental game and think about it through the shot and have that routine. And that is a big thing for all you golfers out there is when you have that routine, it makes it so much better. And that little thing like that Dave and I are showing you there, just what you do, there's I forget what I did with the card. Like it taught you, it's about identify your target, visualize your shot, and then focus and hit your shot. Like that's
Yep.
what the 3 stages are of this, and you can use it in different ways. Like the way that I use it and the way that Steve uses it is similar, but a little bit
Steve
different.
needed in the U.S. Open qualifier.
Yeah,
Correct.
and here's the thing:
Not gonna lie.
we only get brands on this show that we truly believe in and truly love, and
Correct.
this is a great golf ball out there. And shameless plug here: if you enter our contest, you can get yourself a dozen of these golf balls.
And I think it's
Actually, yes.
it's the only ball I've played since the PGA show.
Yeah.
Whether that
Dave, you've been playing in Iowa, so let's clarify that. So
the one time he played since the PGA show.
It's a ball that I've been hitting in the simulator, so it's all the same thing.
So, but no, I'm a firm believer in mindset technology. It was funny. I was talking with the
you
group
were
that I
the
played with
last believer in mindset technology.
I was.
You got turned.
And I've admitted on this show that I ate crow on that because I'm not someone like Scotty has done and gone to not using an alignment line on the golf ball. I don't use an alignment line on the golf ball. So for me to look down at the top of the golf ball and see the mindset, I actually use it to, well, where'd Dave go? Dave just
lost Dave.
We lost Dave. Well, drank. I use the mindset technology from an impact point for me. So
yeah, you use that green dot right there.
I use that green dot to where I want to hit the golf ball off the tee. And then I use it from a putting standpoint to that's where I want to impact the golf ball, my putting. And I can tell you from my perspective, from me, I have found myself literally hitting way better putts, having better pace on my putts, having better speed, and not 3-putting, which is huge. Like if you can avoid 3 putts in a round of golf, you are going to play way better golf.
Well, and that's the way that this was set up to use. It's that mental game, and that's the way kind of I use it too. I do the same thing. I use that green dot as a target on putting. I also use it as a target on my driver as well. But I set it up, and I like the arrow that's on the top there as my alignment tool. So like if it's set up, then I know where I stand behind the ball, and I look at that arrow, and I look at the line that I want to hit because I'm like, okay, I want to hit it this way, so it's going to break and go there. So it's helped me with that. And you're right.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Cutter.
It reduces those it reduces those 3 putts because you have that focus on that, and it really helps. And like we said, you first look at this and you're like, what the heck is this logo on the side of my golf ball? But when you actually go through the stages,
and when you buy them on the box, that's what the box looks like. It has that mindset logo, and it has that logo on it. Make sure you buy that box.
Yeah, and it does make the difference. So
and
I think with that,
and this is another thing that Bridgestone offers. And I went through and I did it. They have we all talk about club fitting and everything else. They do a golf ball fitting on their website.
Most underrated thing in the sport.
Yes,
everyone should do it.
And you could put in all your different, your driving distances, your swing speeds, the current ball you're playing, and they'll tell you what you think that they should play. And trust me, I've adjusted a couple different things on there for myself, and it all comes back to the same ball. So, and the great thing about the 3 of us is we're all playing 3 different balls.
Here, actually, you and I are playing.
No, you
playing, Dave. We're playing the same one, Dave.
Are you playing?
I'm playing the RS. I'm playing the R. Yeah, I'm playing the RX. It's closest to the Chrome Soft for me that I used before. And I
thought I was playing the red and you're playing the green.
I was playing the green, but I wanted the spin off of it. So the green has more spin. So I wanted to take the spin off it. So I went to the red.
Okay. So you and I are playing the red.
Yeah. I can play both of them, but I like the red a little bit better when I've been changing it.
I play the Tour BX, which is the black box, the black X. And that box for me, that ball for me takes a lot of spin off, and I'm a high spin player. So to take any spin off for me is a great achievement for me. So that's what I'm going for is the firmest golf ball.
Yeah. So big thanks to Bridgestone. Welcome to the tavern.
Yes. Welcome to the tavern.
None of us are picking Jason Day this week, but hey.
I don't know. Might not be a bad pick.
Might not be a bad pick.
I'll be honest with you. In our FanDuel league, he might be on my team. Not gonna.
He might be on my depending on what the price is.
I forgot to do the FanDuel league last week, and I was so mad because Thursday I'm trying to do it, and it locked me out because I didn't do it in time.
Well, let's we've played the intro for Smack of the Week. Let's go to this week's Smack of the Week. And I feel like, and I can't decide, Greg,
all of us would do this to everybody. This is not
Yes,
correct.
I would do it to you. Let's just play the clip and talk through it.
Be like, yeah. My life be like,
This is the equivalent of like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
I think the three of us would do that to Lee and Rob in a heartbeat.
100%. Also,
I know the three of us would do it to Lee and Rob in a heartbeat.
Shameless plug, he wouldn't have missed that with a mindset ball because he would have been focused and he would have been laughing so hard.
Correct. That is true.
It's the perfect first Smack of the Week for them. All right.
Nice.
Let's go into last call and odds. Let's go into odds with Dave. I owe an apology to Eric Barnes. I'm sorry I picked you last week.
Yeah. So
if you want to know how to pick someone who's going to miss the cut, just choose whoever.
Watch this show.
God, I need to win this duck race because Scotty's my only.
Do you want to do the duck race and then we'll go into the odds?
Yeah, we can do the duck race first
because we know who the winner is picking.
So.
Duck race, let's go.
I got it set up here.
So what we're doing here, rather than our normal picks, we've decided for our majors, we're in a duck race to see which one of us gets to pick Scotty.
Greg, have you figured out how to push the right button on this?
No, I realized that because Safari doesn't work with this. I had this up. I have to open this up a different way. So give me just a second.
So where we
Dave talk the odds.
So where we stand.
Well,
let's
talk last week. Let's talk. How we finished last? How we finished last week?
You and I both tied at 10 points with Jordan and Ludwig. And Greg had that wonderful -5 that he's known for right now. Our overall standing.
Can we just 500 every week? It's consistency.
Yes, you are.
Can we call the -5 the miscut to Greg? Can we just call that going forward?
Not yet. No, not yet. Not yet. Not until he gets into negative numbers.
That's true.
Okay.
And,
so we're sitting
I still have the only picking an actual winner this year, right? So.
Do you? No, I picked.
Oh no, you picked Scotty.
And I both picked Scotty.
Yeah. I have the first one though.
Yes, you won the first one. I won the players. So.
Yeah. So
total points right now: Greg's sitting at 32, Steve at 72, and I'm sitting at 89. Desert Fox, who has been our only guest picker so far this year, is sitting at -5 for picking Rory at the Phoenix Open, or Ricky. I'm sorry, Ricky at the Phoenix Open. No, Duff, that's not a good idea. So going into the odds this week, surprise, surprise, Scotty is the only one better than a 10-1 odd right now. They're putting Scotty at 4.5 to 1. Rory and John Rahm are at 11 to 1. Xander at 14 to 1. And Brooks coming in at 18 to 1. Hideki at 20. And this one I feel this next one I feel is very high right now at the odds. I think his odds should be worse than what they are. Jordan Spieth at 25 to 1.
I find that high because he also admitted today that he aggravated his wrist injury.
Yeah.
If you had said Shane Lowry with the weather early,
played. Yeah, he finished, tied for 11th or so last week. But I feel going into the Masters, he should be about 35 or 40 to 1 is where I would have put him. But I don't do this professionally, and I'm just here. So then the next interesting name there is Joaquin Niemann at 28 to 1.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like that's high for Joaquin.
Ludwig at 30. Finau at 35, and DJ and Bryson and Victor, Patrick Cantley, Matt Fitzpatrick, all rounding out at 40-1.
Here's my take really quickly on all of that. I'm surprised Shane Lowry's not up higher, and I think Matthew Fitzpatrick is a great pick with the weather on Thursday.
Shane Lowry is wow.
Wow.
I can't find him.
Can you read at this point?
No, it's just uncalled for.
I just had somebody join me.
Shane Lowry, 60-1. There he is. Just above Captain America. Brian Harmon coming in at 60-1. Here's the thing. I think the course sets up well for Harmon.
Bertie just joined me. Greg,
Hi, Greg.
Yep, I know. I'm just trying to get the share screen to work for the.
Okay.
I can't get the duck race to come up for some reason.
Jason Day, our Bridgestone Mindset pick of the week.
I'll be right back.
Coming in at 60-1.
60-1?
60-1 on Jason Day. Jason Day.
I feel like with Mindset.
Jason Day for a top 10 is 4.5-1.
I'm kind of feeling that.
Your favorite pick in mine, Patrick Reed at 70-1.
Rob, you are right. Birdie is the big old sweetie. That dog is the most loving dog on the face of the earth. So yeah, she's great.
Last week's winner, Ashke, 100-1.
Akshay Bhatia is 100-1.
He's 100-1.
What's Akshay for a top 25?
He is 6-1 for a top 10. A top 20. He's 2.25 for a top 20.
Okay.
All right, Greg.
Let's here we go. Let's see.
All right, I need a number from someone watching. Let's go, Duff. Pick a number between 1 and 10. Someone else picks another number in the comments. First,
Somebody
I'll
pick
take
a number
that too.
between 1 and 10.
Between 1 and 10,
First
just
number.
someone watching. Pick a number.
Golly, anyone? Bueller?
Anybody?
Bueller?
Bueller?
7.
Seven.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go.
Why is Steve an alien?
I don't know why Steve is an alien. It's a 30-second duck race.
Oh,
It's a duck race for Scotty. Up. I'm falling back. I'm going to miss the cut just like I normally do. Well, here comes Steve and Dave.
no, Greg, you're to pull out in front. You're going to
Nope,
get
I
it.
think Steve's getting it. Steve's got it.
Steve's got it.
I get the third pick. Dave, you get the second pick.
Steve, you want him?
Steve, you won
Really?
him. Come on, man.
Really? Steve's taking Scotty. Do I have to say it out loud? Because I'm taking Scotty.
You do have to say it out loud. We need the proof of you had 30 seconds to make your pick. You made it in time. Dave, you are on the clock.
You know what, Greg? Because you missed the cut, I'm going to go ahead and give you the second pick.
No, go ahead. You take the pick. Trust me, you're not taking my pick.
Greg's picking somebody to miss the freaking cut again.
I'm going to do it because I did it. I did it last year. I'm taking Brooks.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, solid pick. I like it.
Well, you didn't take Brooks last year at the Masters.
No, I didn't, but
Because I was the only one to make the cut at the Masters last year.
yes, you were because I
That's
had
true.
JT last year.
Yes.
So last year's Masters picks, I had JT, Greg had Jordan, and Steve had Rory.
Yeah.
All right. Do I take Jose Maria or Athaba?
Lilies
Oh.
Oosthuizen.
Oosthuizen.
Yeah.
Dave mispronouncing a player's name, Brad, needs to be added to the drinking game.
Just because I want to do it because this is for Duff. I'm taking Tiger Woods.
No.
Don't do
No, I'm
that.
taking it. Yes!
Don't do that.
No, he will break my streak. Actually, no, I can't take Tiger Woods because I don't want to be the one that he misses the cut and then I made the pick for it. So yeah, I'm not really taking Tiger Woods.
You can't do that. No,
I
I'm not
already
allowing
started typing
that.
it. You
I'm
have
not
to.
taking Tiger Woods.
I left you with Rory
crap.
and John Rahm there.
You did leave me. You
You
know what?
did.
You know what? That's who I'm gonna go with because I believe
He's gonna finish the Grand Slam.
this is McIlroy's year. I'd rather jinx McIlroy than I would Tiger Woods, so I'm taking Rory.
Wow.
I was dumb and didn't pick him last week.
I need
I'm
to
taking Rory.
give a quick shout out. I changed my Masters hat to this Swing and Smoke hat. We're going to have them on in a couple weeks. And I want to give them a quick shout out. If you like cigars and you like golf, Swing and Smoke is a great brand. Cool lifestyle brand for the cigar smokers in the golf course. So I want to give them a quick shout out.
Rory McIlroy, I want to give you a quick shout out. This is your year. You're going to break my streak of people missing cuts, and you're going to win the Masters. I'm talking to you, Rory.
Duff, don't worry. Nobody notices Steve.
That's true. That's true.
You know, here's the thing. You know, I feel one of us needed to pick a live golfer, and it may as well be me.
Okay.
I'm going to say this.
I'm good with that.
surprised.
I think it's a good pick.
I'm surprised that nobody picked John Rahm to defend.
I think he is under the same pressure Rory has been on the live side because of this, that I can see him being in the top 10. I don't see him winning again.
I agree.
Fair.
Also, we haven't had a back-to-back champion since time.
There's only been three. And Faldo made that point out this week and said, I like this room with three. I'm not rooting for him to win now. It's just Jack, Nick, and Tiger.
Yeah.
Now, what I did notice is there has been a lot of times that a player has won the Masters, lost the following year, and then won the
Correct.
year after that.
Yeah,
That is
And
correct.
that would put Scotty in the running this year.
yes.
And
All right.
there are a lot of other stats that put Scotty in the running this year.
Well, that's also true.
Yeah, that's also true. Watch Scotty
Right.
miss the cut.
All right. Well, with that,
Let's not talk
folks,
about that.
enjoy the Masters just as much as we're going to enjoy it.
Ooh,
Wow.
hot take,
Oh, hold
hot
on.
take.
Hot take. I want to put this up here.
Yes, he does. Because they come back together and this whole thing is done.
Wow. The Orlando
I
golfer.
I don't think he wins one this year, but I do think he wins another one.
I would agree with that. Here's the question. Since we're the question that has to be asked, does he complete the Grand Slam?
John?
Yes.
No.
Wow. What don't you think he gets?
British. Just like Phil should have won a U.S. Open, that hasn't happened, and he won a British. I don't think John Rahm wins a British Open.
See, I make that a tough pick because I like your take on that for this fact that he could be the Phil of the British Open, but I think the Seve influence, he really wants to win a British Open, and
which is where I think he falls.
That's where I kind of lean to that almost. Is there too much pressure now, and with all of this else that's going on, Is that what causes him not to win the Grand Slam, and the British becomes the one he just can't, the hurdle he can't climb?
Because he needs to do that for Seve, and I just don't think that he can.
I think that the Masters meant more to him for Seve, but I think that the Open will be the one that's going to be tough for him. I agree. I think that's where I would go too.
There's also this. Rob with the hot take. Thanks, Rob.
Rob, Duff, you've been on fire tonight. Let's just point that out. You've been on fire tonight.
Ace has been on fire tonight.
Yeah.
It's what happens
Rob,
when
we
you
need
get a
to
hole in one. You suddenly become on fire.
All right, well, guys, great show tonight. I'm excited about this week. We got the par 3 tomorrow. All I can think about going into the par 3 tomorrow is sitting about halfway down the 7th hole and watching the par 3 happen a year ago.
That was so much fun.
Here's the thing, and we're gonna let's throw another thing out there for the PA or Augusta that may happen to ban us from doing things. We need a Golfing Dads Tavern bar setup on the par 3 because there's no way to get alcohol on the par 3 at all.
That's true. I did text that yesterday that we should have a Golfing Dads Tavern at Augusta,
but
it should be on the par 3 course. I like that. I didn't say that part. I like the par 3
Golfing Dads Tavern on the par 3.
Hayden, 3 o'clock on ESPN. I'll just say it. I'm just gonna. If you want to know the answer, there's the answer.
How do you not know
3 o'clock
that?
Eastern time.
Do you not download he's one of those that has the app still waiting to be downloaded.
Yeah. Waiting to be downloaded.
The par 3 in ESPN, please, somebody, for the love of God, broadcast the entire par 3 all day long on the Masters app. The par 3 needs to be seen in its entirety. Not this 3 o'clock start time and cutbacks of everything else.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The par 3 doesn't start until like 2 anyway.
Yeah. And it's tough to it's very quick, and there's a lot to do on that. But it's so cool.
Here's my thing on the par 3. What I want ESPN to do, I want to see every hole on the par 3 golf course.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think that was Dave's point there. Is show more of it.
Show more.
They show like 4 holes.
Yeah.
They show 7, 9, 1, and I think
2.
5.
No, 2.
1 and 2. Yeah.
They showed what we were on. Like
Yeah. But there needs to be
and I want to give a shout out really quick, and I hope he's watching tonight. I don't know if he is. He hasn't commented tonight. Nick from Dingers. Have a great time tomorrow. We know you're going.
Have a day.
Have a day tomorrow.
Buy the chair.
Buy the chair. Have a great time. Buy your wife the chair. Let her enjoy the day. And
the chair.
Oh, I mean, it's right here. I just can't sit on it for the best investment you'll ever make.
But yeah, no, Nick from Dingers.
And when one of us wins tickets again, we're borrowing Lee's chair.
Just buy your own chair. What's up, Will?
Yeah. Hey, Will.
All right, you guys.
Yeah.
With that,
all right, everybody.
Have a great Masters week.
Yes, deuces.
I'm really fortunate, man. I mean, having an opportunity to build something that's
viral on our TikTok. That somebody was commenting about playing Whistling Straits for 7